Barcelona or Arsenal, two of the biggest names in women's football, two teams with Champions League ambitions. But this season, the question is more interesting than ever. Who actually has the better team in 2026/27? For years, Barcelona have looked almost unbeatable. 7 consecutive Liga F titles, 4 Champions League victories since 2020, and a squad filled with some of the best players in the world. But this summer changed everything. Barcelona lost several important players, including Alessia Putellas, Mapi Leon, Salma Paraluelo, and Ona Batlle. And Arsenal, they went in the opposite direction. They strengthened an already competitive squad and even brought Ona Batlle back to England. So today, we're going position by position. Goalkeeper, defense, midfield, attack, depth, and finally, which team would win if Barcelona and Arsenal met at their absolute best? Let's get into it. 1. Goalkeepers. Who has the edge? Let's start between the posts. Barcelona have traditionally been extremely strong in goal, and their ability to build from the back is one of the foundations of their football. But Arsenal also have a very strong option with Daphne van Domselaar. The Dutch goalkeeper brings experience, excellent shot-stopping ability, and confidence playing at the highest level. And that's important because Arsenal want to compete for every major trophy this season. But Barcelona have one advantage. Their goalkeeper is part of a defensive system that has been built around possession and control for years. Barcelona don't just defend with their goalkeeper, they defend by keeping the ball. Arsenal, meanwhile, can be more direct and physical. So who wins? Barcelona, but only slightly. Barcelona take the goalkeeper category. 2. Defense. This one is very close. Now things get interesting because this is probably where Barcelona have lost the most quality this summer. Ona Batlle is gone. She left Barcelona and officially joined Arsenal on a permanent transfer in July 2026. And Barcelona also lost Mapi Leon. That's a huge amount of experience and quality leaving the defensive unit, but Barcelona haven't simply accepted those losses. They've promoted young talent and brought in reinforcements, including Martina Fernandez and Renee van Asten. The problem? Arsenal's defense is incredibly deep. Think about players like Leah Williamson, Lotte Wubben-Moy, Emily Fox, Steph Catley, Jenna Neiswanger, and now Ona Batlle. That is a ridiculous amount of defensive quality. And Ona's arrival makes this comparison even more fascinating. She already knows Barcelona's football. She knows many of their players, and she knows exactly how they want to build attacks. That could become a huge advantage if Arsenal face Barcelona in the Champions League. Defense winner? Arsenal. 3. Midfield. The battle of the game. Now, we reach the most important area, the midfield. And this is where Barcelona are still incredibly difficult to beat, because Barcelona have Aitana Bonmatí, one of the most technically gifted midfielders in world football. Then you have Patri Guijarro, whose intelligence, positioning, and ability to control the tempo make her one of Barcelona's most important players. And this is where Barcelona can still hurt Arsenal. They can dominate possession, they can move the ball quickly, they can create overloads, and they can force opponents to spend long periods defending, but Arsenal are not weak here. Not even close. They have Kim Little, Frida Manum, Kira Cooney-Cross, and Mariona Caldente, who gives Arsenal another creative option after previously playing for Barcelona. Arsenal's midfield is more physical and adaptable. Barcelona's midfield is more naturally suited to controlling possession. So it depends on what you value. If you want control and technical quality, Barcelona. If you want physicality, versatility, and balance, Arsenal. But I'm giving this one to Barcelona. Aitana and Patri are simply too difficult to ignore. 4. Attack. This could decide everything. Now, let's talk about goals. Because ultimately, football is about putting the ball in the net. Barcelona have suffered some massive attacking losses. Salma Paraluelo is gone, Alessia Putellas is gone, and that changes the personality of the attack. But Barcelona responded by signing Brazilian forward Kerolin Nicolai from Manchester City. And this isn't just another transfer. Kerolin was part of Manchester City's WSL and FA Cup winning campaign and arrives at Barcelona as a versatile attacking player capable of playing across the front line. She brings something Barcelona desperately need: pace, direct running, explosiveness, and unpredictability. Then, of course, Barcelona still have Aitana, Patri, and some extremely talented attacking players. But Arsenal, their attack is scary. Alessia Russo, Stina Blackstenius, Chloe Kelly, Caitlin Ford, Olivia Smith, and more. That's serious depth. Arsenal can attack in different ways. They can cross, they can play through the middle, they can counterattack, they can use pace, they can use physicality, and they can bring dangerous players off the bench. This is where Arsenal might actually have the advantage. Attack winner, Arsenal. 5. Squad depth. Arsenal's secret weapon. This category could be decisive over an entire season, because winning one big game is one thing. Winning the WSL, Champions League, domestic cups, and surviving injuries is completely different. And Arsenal have built a squad with options almost everywhere. If one player gets injured, there is another player ready to step in. Barcelona have incredible academy talent. La Masia continues to produce technically gifted players, but losing several experienced stars in the same summer creates a different challenge. The Barcelona squad is entering a new era, and that's important. This isn't necessarily a weaker Barcelona, it's a different Barcelona. Arsenal, meanwhile, look like a team that is already established and is adding pieces to an existing structure. That's why I give this category to Arsenal. 6. Experience. Who handles the pressure? Now, let's talk mentality. Barcelona know how to win. They have players who have lifted the Champions League trophy. They've played massive finals, they've played under enormous pressure, and that experience matters. Arsenal also have experienced leaders. Leah Williamson, Kim Little, players who understand what it takes to play in huge matches. But Barcelona still have an advantage here. They've been at the top of European football for years. When the pressure reaches its highest point, Barcelona know exactly what to do. Experience winner, Barcelona. 7. The managers. And now, the tactical battle. Barcelona are entering another season under Per Romeu. His challenge is enormous because he has to maintain Barcelona's identity while rebuilding parts of the squad. The philosophy cannot disappear. Possession, high pressing, technical football, control. But the players have changed. Arsenal, meanwhile, continue under Rene Slagers, who has been building a squad with more tactical flexibility and depth. Arsenal can play possession football, but they can also be direct. They can press, they can attack transitions, and they have more options depending on the opponent. So for me, this one is extremely close, but I'll give Arsenal a slight advantage in tactical flexibility. 8. So, who has the better team? Let's count it. Goalkeeper, Barcelona. Defense, Arsenal. Midfield, Barcelona. Attack, Arsenal. Squad depth, Arsenal. Experience, Barcelona. Tactical flexibility, Arsenal. So if we're judging the squad right now on August 25th, 2026, I'm giving the overall advantage to Arsenal. Yes, Arsenal. But don't misunderstand me. That does not mean Barcelona are no longer the best team in Europe. Far from it. Barcelona are still Barcelona. They still have Aitana Bonmati, they still have Patri Guyaro, they still have an incredible footballing identity, and they still have one of the best academies in the world. But this season feels different. Barcelona are rebuilding. Arsenal are building on an already strong foundation, and that's why this comparison is so fascinating. But here's the big question. What happens if these two teams meet in the Champions League? Imagine it. Barcelona versus Arsenal. Aitana against Arsenal's midfield. Kerolin attacking against a defense containing Leah Williamson and Ona Batlle. Ona Batlle facing her former club. Russo and Blackstenius trying to break down Barcelona's defense. And on the other side, Barcelona trying to dominate possession for 90 minutes. That game could be absolutely incredible. And honestly, I don't think there would be a clear favorite. Because Barcelona have the experience, Arsenal have the depth, Barcelona have Aitana, Arsenal have weapons everywhere, and that is exactly why this could become one of the biggest rivalries in women's football. Final verdict. So, who has the better team in 2026/27? If we're talking about pure technical quality and experience, Barcelona. If we're talking about depth, balance, and attacking variety, Arsenal. But if I have to choose one team right now, I'm going with Arsenal. Not because Barcelona have become bad, but because Arsenal's squad looks incredibly complete, and Barcelona are entering a new chapter. But here's the thing. By the end of the season, this answer could completely change, because if Kerolin explodes at Barcelona, if the young players step up, and if Aitana Bonmati stays at her best, Barcelona could once again prove everyone wrong. So now I want to hear from you. Who has the better team? Barcelona or Arsenal? And more importantly, who would win a Champions League final between these two teams? Barcelona or Arsenal? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because this 2026-27 women's football season is going to be absolutely crazy.